Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Where I cleaned my crossbows yesterday, I got deer fever. Ain't no lie about it. And today, I'm gonna go ahead and give my muzzleloader a good wipe down. This one here is, I won't say it's a tradition, but give me just a second. Yeah, it's a tradition 50 cal. If I get my spectacles on, I can read all this stuff. But it's a little dusty. I got to look and they're all a little dusty. But I'm going to go ahead and get these ready. Then I'm going to ask you all a question. I'm going to let you help me make a decision this year. Now, this in here is the Tradition Pursuit G4. And I've had this one now about 3 years. And I really like this little muzzleloader. I am no affiliated with them. But if you want you a good little muzzleloader, and you can look, it ain't got no rust on it. I don't know how they fix this finish, but it don't rust. Even the end of the barrel don't rust. I do keep it clean, don't get me wrong. I wipe it down if it gets, in the rain or anything like that. But, for one to have zero rust, to me, that's pretty impressive. And I line it up about 1.5 inches high at 100 yards. And I know at 200 yards, it's shooting, I think it's 2 inches low. So out to 200 yards, all I have to do is put down that deer's vitals and she's going to go down. I did put a Nikon scope on this. It come with the Tradition scope. It was the, let's see, I think it was a 3x9x40. I had this little Nikon, and I like a Nikon a little better than a Tradition scope, so I put a Nikon on it. It's been lined up with 250 grain bullets, and it shoots 100 grain of powder. And, it's an all-around good little gun. I'm going to give it a oiling and a wiping down. See. I also, if you go to Advanced Auto or O'Reilly's or Summers, I got this at the saw shop up in Duffield. That's Lucas gun oil. That's some good stuff right there. Now, I'm going to wipe down all the metal on this gun with it and clean it up just using the oil, because last year after season, I did clean this gun very thoroughly, but that was, almost a year ago. And if you wipe it down now, you can get a real thin coat of oil on it. And if it does rain, it's got a little bit of protection. You know what I'm saying? So let's just put a little coat of oil on it. And I'm going to take this ramrod out. That's something else I like. I like that little ramrod. I'll show you why here in a second. Now, it does have a little scar right here at the top of the barrel where this rod, when you shoot it, see how rough that is? It does scratch that gun just a little bit. I may end up putting me a piece of tape around that here in a minute to see if I can prevent it from taking the rest of this. I guess it's some kind of baked on coating. But as I say, just take your time. You don't have to be in no hurry. And do a real good job. I put it on my scopes and everything. And that way, you're not putting a gallon on it. You're just putting a little thin coating. Just don't get it on your glass piece. You know what I'm saying? But as far as on the body of the scope, it don't hurt nothing. And it does make it kind of shine like, it did when you first got it. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and wipe the other side down. I am so excited for deer season, it ain't even funny. I just can't hardly wait. Get out in the woods, get your head clear, you know what I'm saying? You hunters know what I'm talking about. You get up there and ain't nothing but you and nature and the birds and stuff like that, and you can do some good thinking. And if you're a hunter, you know good and well you've done this too. You done some of that talking to old man upstairs. If you just send me a nice deer by, man, you know, if you just send me a nice deer, okay, we've all done it. Sit there in deer stand for, a couple hours. You get talking to old man upstairs. If I just get me a deer today, and I tell everybody, don't get discouraged. You have to pay your dues. Everybody has to pay those days in where you go up there and you sit all day. You don't see no deer or nothing. Or now with me, I can watch the squirrels play. I don't care. I've got from October the 1st to I think January, up in January, to kill 5 deer. Okay. And there's only been 1 year I didn't tag out. And that was the year I fell and I broke my wrist. And I done good to get to hunt because, man, it was throwing a fit. And see, the year COVID run around 2020, okay, we was trying to get to do surgery on my wrist to do a little, I guess, damage repair, whatever, or repairs. And every time I went to that COVID test center, I got COVID. And that was up in the middle of deer season. But we'd done worked it out how I was going to get to hunt and everything. But when you got that all the time, buddy, you can't hunt. And I couldn't breathe enough to get to a deer stand anyway, so I spent a lot of deer season down here. But my buddy and his wife and family, they made sure old Mountain Man had some deer meat. And, that's one thing we do for each other. We all look out for each other. And, if he don't, let's say for some reason he's got to work. When I get a bunch of deer meat, I'll take it down there and give his family some of it. His wife hunts. He hunts. Sometimes his stepson hunts. And, they all kind of hunt off and on. But a lot of times, man, they busy. They out working. And, I tell them, if y'all got to work, I'll do my part. I'll go out and put some deer meat in the freezers. And, when they come in, they've helped me grind it and stuff like that. We just kind of, look after each other. They're good people. Okay, now I'm going to take a clean piece of this and just wipe the inside of this scope. It's a BDC long range hunting reticle. It goes from 3 to 9 to about 32. I don't usually shoot over about 100, 150 yards this gun. So it don't need nothing like, one of my high-powered rifles would have. But it's got, I don't know if I can get you where you can see it or not. But if you look, let me see. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's, in that reticle right there, and see, you got the crosshair. Then it's got circles below it. If you do it like I said, put it 2 inches high, at 100 yards. I've never shot the other ones, but it's supposed to be, 2 inches high at 100 yards. It'll be 2 inches low at 200. Then it's supposed to be 300, 400, which I'm not going to shoot that far with the muzzleloader. I'm just not. Now, here's another thing I like about this little muzzleloader. Now, you do have to put grease on this breech plug, but look how easy. Now, I've got good red axle grease on this plug. I'm going to look down in it and see how clean the barrel is. Oh, it's clean as it could be. I don't know if I can get you where you can see down there either. Look at that. And it's got that same coating on it, on the inside of that barrel, and shooting it does not hurt it. You see how clean that barrel is? Man, I do like this little gun. Now, I'm not going to bother the inside of it because, it ain't going to be long. I'll take it out and shoot it and check everything. But now, if you're looking for a good little gun, they sell these at Walmart. They're not the most expensive gun there, but they're not a cheap gun. Now, I've had CVA wolves. I've hunted them with CVA wolves. There ain't nothing wrong with them at all either, buddy. I mean, I'm just telling you, you can go brand Pacific if you want to. That's your prerogative if you can afford to do that. But I'll be honest, I've had some that, they would do the job. There was nothing fancy. They was just something, buddy, when you put a bullet in it, you pull the trigger, it takes care of the other end. But I've had good ones of every brand and, every caliber, every gauge. And I've had some bad ones. I mean, to me, a bad gun is if it kicks a whomp out of me, it ain't going to be here long. I had a 7mm Magnum. I believe it was a Savage 110E, the best I remember. It's synthetic stock, 7mm Magnum. Okay, I traded for it. I was really, I thought, well, that's a dang old nice rifle, boy. And that's got them big shells, that's a big caliber. I stepped out there. I cut loose that gun, dude, and hit like to stomp me. Actually, it come out of my hands. My brother-in-law's little girl was there, and I'm telling you, I don't know if she caught that gun or, I called her what, buddy. Now, I'm telling you right now, that gun kicked the what out of me. And I told her, I said, maybe I didn't hold it right. I said, maybe I just didn't have a hope to it right. And she said, you want me to shoot it? I said, no. I said, I'm not putting you behind that. Well, let me tell you something. Second time I shot, it kicked me just as hard as it did the first time. And it never kicked me the third time. Back then, you could sell and trade stuff on Facebook and stuff. You trade and swap, sell on gun stuff. And it left the next day. I traded it for her. She said, well, I want a 243. And I put that baby up for sale, and I traded it for her 243. And then she decided that she wanted something a little bigger, and we got her a 270. This little gun's clean. It's ready to go. Like I said, I have no qualms with this little gun. It'll put you a deer on the ground. I do like this coating on this gun. I seen it up there, and, I'm telling y'all, I am not rich by any means. I seen it, and I thought, man, I like that color. I just like the look of that gun. My buddy went and got him a Strike Fire, and his wife got her a nice camo, went all the way up. And I told him, he said, which one do you like? I showed him this, and he said, I hope you can get it. Well, during muzzleloader season, back in, I was hunting with a Black Knight MK85. And I'd hunted that gun since it was bought. Well, went over after, it was right after Christmas. No, it was right after season's over, right before Christmas. They had that gun right there marked down from, I believe it was $469 or something like that to $129. And buddy, I told him, I said, I want that right now. He said, I'm bringing another guy up. I said, well, that gun right there is mine. He said, okay. Well, they had a CVA Wolf and a Traditions, another Traditions there. And they were, one was the CVA Wolf was $50, the other one was $99. This one was $129. And I asked him, I said, do you have another one of these in the back or anything? He said, nobody else likes them. I said, I want all three of them guns, they're mine. I bought all three of them. I give my brother-in-law the Wolf. I give my son the other Tradition. And of course, I kept this one. But I was sure proud, buddy, when I was able to buy this gun. And see, I still wasn't convinced I was going to get rid of my other gun completely, because this had to outshoot it, and it shot as good as it did. So I upgraded. But yeah, I sure do like this little gun. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. This is my Ruger American Gen 1. I ain't been able to get Gen 2s yet. I ain't seen them yet. This one is the 308. Okay. I'm going to line them both up, of course. But y'all go in the comments. I've hunted with both of them. And you all pick. Do y'all want me to hunt with a 308 this year? Or do you want me to hunt with the 270? I've got, the guns are set up identical. The only difference is the bullet, where, you know, the size of bullet that goes in them. So you all pick. If, you know, the one that the most people pick, I'll hunt with it this year. I've killed deer both. They shoot about the same MOA and all. I'm not afraid to hunt with either one of them. But let me know in the comments which one you think I should hunt with. And that'll be the one I hunt with. Now, during doe days and during rifle season, I'm going to be taking my Ruger Super Blackhawk 44 Magnum and hunting with it, because I want to see if I've been shooting it a little bit, and out to about, I'm going to say 75, 100 yards, I think I can do it. I can hit a paper plate. I can hit the center of a paper plate really good. And I do think that, you know, I could take a deer with it. So I'm going to take it on doe day. So if it's a buck or doe, it'll be ready to go. But there's the 308. It's got the Vortex Crossfire 2 6x24x50 winch on the front. The other gun has the exact same scope. I really don't like how I'm doing this. Okay. This is my 270. Now, don't do it because I said this. This is my caliber by choice. I've always owned a 270 since I was, you know, old enough to own a gun, I reckon. And I guess that's why I'm kind of biased. You know, you growed up with a caliber, and, you know, you still kind of prefer that one over other calibers. But this was mine, and I love the Ruger products. I absolutely love them. And I love Vortex products. They're not the highest end though, but you know, there is nothing wrong with this Vortex glass. It's clear, it holds, it you know, you take a hammer to this, send it back to Vortex, and they'll put you another scope on this gun. No questions asked. Now that's a warranty, people. And that's one reason I like Vortex as much as I do. I bought one, it was a a black diamond. The windage was here instead up here. I missed 2 or 3 deers. Well, I decided I was going to take it off the gun I had on and put it on one of these. Okay, the gun store had put it on my scope. I did not know you had to have a torque thing to put on here. You only torque it to a certain foot-pounds, and I didn't know that. Well, I crushed that scope, and it wouldn't adjust no more. It wouldn't do none of that. Well, I sent it back to Vortex. I called and talked to them, and told them I was going to send it back and have it looked at. Nicest people you ever met. And I told her, I said, ma'am, I like that little crossfire too, and told her, which one I like. And she looked it up, and she said, okay. I said, could we just swap out for one of them? I said, I'd rather have one of them. I believe I give a little bit of boot between two of these and that other scope. I know I give some, but it wasn't a whole lot. And, I've got them on other guns in there. And, they didn't give me no hassle. And I told them, I said, I just can't get used to that windage on the side like that. Well, they sent me some stickers. They sent me a shirt that says Team Vortex and stuff. And I was so tickled with this company. And I'll be honest with you, as long as I can afford them and as long as I can keep them on my rifles, I'm going to go get the Ruger American Gen 2s. I'm going to get a 270. I'm going to get 308. I'm going to get, they said they had the 7.62 by 39. They have a 5.56. And I would like to have either a 300 Win Mag, or I might try the 7mm Magnum, but I'm thinking more towards the 300 Win Mag. But I'm going to get them all in that Ruger American Gen 2. I'm keeping my Gen 1s because I'm going to tell you right now, these little guns right here, I couldn't ask for them to do no better than they do. And they have put plenty of deer on the ground. Now, this is the 270, 308. Write down the comments what y'all think I ought to hunt with. And, I'll hunt with that gun this year. I can't do that with the muzzleloaders because this is on muzzleloader I got to hunt with. I did see one over at Walmart I'd like to have, but, that's down the road. I have more muzzleloaders. It's just not nothing I want to take in the woods. But write down the comments, and we'll do that. I will be taking y'all along. I've got a battery bank. I've got the microphone coming to where I can pin it on my shirt so y'all can hear me when I'm talking. And I'm going to order another battery bank. I'm looking into getting me a camera that, you can actually set up here too, plus have the phone hooked up. And I'm hunting another stand that, this one here, it works, you know what I'm saying? But you got to have a rubber band there to help hold the phone, because if you don't, it'll drop it. Actually, I have two. And I try to cross it like that, and that way, both of them would be on the phone. And it don't drop my phone. This clip works fine. This clip does not. But this thing, buddy, is a beast to move. And I'm thinking about finding me one that's maybe jointed, so if I need to see, if the deers was coming over there, you'd have to, make it go like that to do it. So I'm going to try to find another one of these. I've been looking at yard sales and stuff too, see if I can find something, but it ain't happened. If anybody's got any old camera equipment out there, I've got a Samsung, I don't know what it is, phone there. If y'all got something to help me out, and you can afford to let it go, or maybe it's some old equipment you don't use no more, help the old man out. I'm trying. It's just, when you're on limited income, you just do the best you can. I'm going to go. I got the guns kind of wiped down. I'll wipe them down a little more. But y'all give me in the comments what you think. 308, 270. And that'll be the gun we hunt with this year. I am so excited about deer season. It's ridiculous. I've done started washing my clothes, getting them, scent proofed. I'm getting everything lined up, and I'm 3 weeks ahead. But I'm gonna try to. What is tomorrow? Saturday. I might try to go squirrel hunting tomorrow. Write down in the comments if y'all want to go squirrel hunting in the morning. We might take an old single barrel shotgun I got in here and some low powered shells and see if we can't knock down a squirrel or two. Let me know if y'all think you'd be interested in that. I don't know how good it'd work. We'll just have to do the best we can with it. But we might go squirrel hunting in the morning. All right, I'm going to let you go. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Let me know what you think on squirrel hunting and which gun I ought to hunt with this year. And we'll see you on the next video.